Hello, everyone, and welcome back to what promises to be an exciting night today. It's finally grand finals day of PixelScope presents Velocity Series 2. Two teams have fought their way through the entire bracket and have made their way to the finals that is today. It's gonna be Team Kira taking on Team Heat. The first map is gonna be Villa, and I'm joined with three of my co-casters, Anna, 4K Ash, and Nobody. Hello, guys. I hope you guys have been doing well. It's the first time that all four of us have been together. I mean, yeah, we're gonna split up into twos and twos pairs, but for now, it's four of us together.
I mean,
That's
it's gonna
right.
be a chaos if all four are gonna be in one place. So, I mean, it's very true. Like we're just gonna make it 2-on-2. So the first map, Villa. We have seen a couple of very interesting plays with Villa yesterday itself with Wes versus Super JV, and we have also seen Wes versus Terror Esports.
Radical terror, I guess.
Yeah, Radical Terror it is. So yeah, we have seen a lot of Villa plays, and today it's going to be very surprising. Like, will they bring it out of the box, or is it going to be something different, or just the same old thing, same generic thing going on? Same with the attack as well as the defense. It's going to be pretty interesting how the match goes.
I mean, we do have the top two teams in this entire tournament battling it off. So honestly, even if it is Villa, I am extremely excited to see what both teams are going to bring to the table.
Both of the teams have been really adaptable with their opponents all through the tourney. We've seen that. So I feel like there's going to be a lot of new strats that are going to come into play, as well as there's going to be points where we're going to see the same objective played two times with two different, like completely different setup of lines. So I feel like that's going to be very interesting.
Yeah, and honestly, what's the best thing is that both these teams are so strong on their own like shooting game. You know, both these teams are
That's
such
right.
mechanically skilled. These guys don't miss shots. You know, they have been showing us that they do not miss shots, and if they are on the flank, dude, you're gonna end up with a bullet in your head. So
That's right.
it's gonna be an exciting match seeing these two teams that are such mechanically strong to just go up against head on head with each other. You know.
I
That's
mean,
right.
we have seen potatoes. We have seen potatoes. We have seen people missing on drones. We have seen people missing on heads. And these two teams are not the ones to be messing up with. I mean, it's gonna be really different today. It's gonna be very different. Head on head, 1v1s are gonna be very interesting. 1v4s are gonna be very interesting. 1v2s. I mean, anything comes up with ones or twos or threes is just gonna be very interesting.
Yeah, honestly, dude. Honestly, if today we had a map like Coastline, you know, just a frag heavy map, a map just where everyone just runs around trying to shoot everybody in the face, that would have been a very exciting match. Not because it would involve a lot of strategies, just because the people would be having fun running around and just gunning down people throughout the map.
That's right. I also feel like gunfights are not going to be the main thing in this because they are going to be perfect. Like these two teams have ticked off everything in their boxes for that. So I feel like the strats are going to be something that's going to really decide which team actually takes away the trophy because like gunfights, both of them are pretty amazing at it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what you get when you have two very top tier teams. I mean, Team Kira definitely has like a name for themselves. They obviously do have a reputation to maintain. They are one of the biggest teams in this region. But Team Heat doesn't mean that Team Heat is not as worthy because they have made their way to the top right now. And yeah, obviously those were mistakes which we aren't going to see from these teams.
That's right.
Yep. And honestly, I'm pretty sure both these teams were battling it off in the South APAC close qualifiers. So it's gonna be an interesting match, you know. Both these teams are top tier teams. Both these teams have impeccable strats and impeccable gun skills. So yeah, both of them going head on against each other. Hey, it's gonna be an exciting match, man.
I mean,
That's
like I
right.
said in Oregon itself, that day when Team Heat was playing against Deadeye Esports, I guess. Yeah, sorry, D3 Esports. So yeah, I said it pretty much it. It's gonna be Team Kira versus Heat, and Team Heat has a bone to pick from Kira. So it's gonna be
Yeah.
really interesting how the match goes today.
Yeah, both the teams are going to try to prove their worth right now because Heat lost to them earlier in the uh, SA qualifiers, and they obviously want to prove that they have come back better. And Kira also might want to just be like, all right, no, we're still the best, and keep that maintained crown.
Yeah, exactly. It's more. I'm pretty sure they're still looking to show their dominance. They still don't want to
Yes.
give Team Heat that, you know, that bragging right of being the team that beat them finally. But hey, it still remains to be seen who takes the crown today because it is the finals. So whoever walks out with the victory.
Right?
Indeed. It's going to be very interesting. So, guys, sit back and relax and enjoy this show. I've seen already table flips coming out on the chat, and it's going to be bonkers, to be honest. It's just going to be
Yeah.
mayhem.
Yeah, and honestly, it's gonna be an exciting match, and you can get us even more excited by getting us to the sub goal. It is, by the way,
Yes.
sub goal this time around is 420. And if you know the magic number, we are gonna place it live on stream. So just get us there, and something you might see something. Hey, I don't know, you might see something, you might not see something, but hey, it is 420, so get us.
It's worth the try though.
I
It's
mean,
worth
you
the
already
try, yeah.
have heat in it. I mean, what else do
Exactly.
you need?
Heat is
You already
already
have
baked
heat.
into it, man. You just need to get us to 420.
Just in case we don't, the teams will definitely be smoking with their gun skill today.
Exactly.
That's
That's all we can
right.
Well said,
confirm right
nobody.
now.
Well said.
Right this moment, I wish somebody could add those glasses and like
So
the
yeah,
mic to
that
nobody.
fake with dog glasses. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, he already has the glasses on. We all four have glasses, so it's gonna be easier for
Oh.
someone to add and edit it, But yeah, the links are in the description box below. You can join our Discord. You can follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, whatever you have, whatever you're on. So yeah, there's a lot of things coming up. There are multiple tournaments that we are hosting. So even right after this, we're gonna be having a Valorant tournament. So yeah, get on the Discord. You can join up there. You can register there if you want to. So hey, just join the Discord.
Also, make sure
Join
in
everything.
chat you guys are supporting the team, showing your team some support by spamming that chat with the team you guys think is gonna win. So make sure you guys are constantly doing that. Keep up the hype, guys. Right? We're here for the grand finals. This is like a once in a season thing.
Indeed. Like
That's
today is the last chance for you to show your support to whoever team you're gonna be keeping a really liked support. Like, just come out here, text it out who you think is gonna win, and we'll just see how it
Yep,
goes.
just show your support, And honestly, just put it on chat. Who do you think is gonna win? Are you here for Team Heat or do you want to see Team Kira keep the crown for themselves? Put it in the chat. Let us know as well.
So, what do you guys think is like the best map for each team? Like, we have
I
seen
mean, I would
everyone's
say
plays.
it's a Kira's pick. So Kira has chosen Villa. So I guess they're gonna be pretty much handling the Heat, which is gonna be coming up from Team Heat. So we have to see. Like, I mean, Kira is already ready. They're like, okay, fine. Our first map is gonna be Villa, and we're just literally gonna smoke it up and attack. I mean, sorry, they're gonna be defending. So
They are
Right,
depending on both the maps, whether it's Kira pick or Heat pick. That's just Kira. They want to go with the defense first.
Yeah, and honestly, like we've already discussed before, certain maps do have an advantage when it comes to you being defender first or attacker first. But then again, it also depends on how you play the game, or the players being comfortable with either attacking or defending. So you can't really have a steadfast rule that just because they're attacking or just because they're defending, they're gonna have some sort of advantage. Yep, the map does play a bit in their hands, but then again, if you're missing your shots, if you're not hitting those, if your strats are falling apart, it's not gonna work out anyways. So yeah, that is an important part to note as well.
Yeah, that's definitely true.
That's right.
Wrap it up.
Anyways, guys, the moment you guys have been waiting for, match number 1 of this matchup. I've said match way too many times, but without further ado, I will be handing it over to 4K Ash as well as
nerfed.
No.
and Nerfed to take it away for the first match.
Yep, you're gonna see our faces, hear our voices, and then you're gonna see their faces and their voices in the next match.
I mean, we're doing the divide and conquer rule over here.
Yeah,
We're
the divide and
doing it like
conquer
that.
rule.
Nobody and
Well, I mean, if you have 4 people bickering around in the back, dude, it's not gonna be fun for anyone. So it's better off if we just keep it at 3.
It's gonna be like the chaos which happens when all the 4 and all the 5 team members speak at once. So we're just gonna
Yep.
avoid it for now, and we're gonna make it like a simple, smooth call out thing. Like, if you die at one spot, you're just gonna name it and just go on the drones or go on the cams and give the info to the team. Simple as that.
wrap it up. Take it up.
Okay,
All right, guys. 420 is the target. make us reach there. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon so you can get all of the notifications.
For the game
And
stream. Stream the
we are
game.
going to go straight to the match.
Match is about to start. We are gonna go ahead and get the pick and bans out. Yo, I'm pretty sure Thatcher is gonna get banned and Umay because Team Heat just does not like Umay for some reason.
How about Nomad as well? Nomad and Kaid probably? Or it's going to be
Yeah.
Melusi.
I don't know about the rest, but I'm gonna bet my money on Umay getting banned. He's just not seen any gameplay when it comes to Team Heat.
I mean, they just hate that dude catching all the projectiles. Like, literally, they just hate it.
Honestly, I think they do have certain strats based on those projectiles, based on
Indeed.
the number of gadgets that they have. Because you can see that they have a very strict set of lineup. They have a very strict set of operators that they bring, and yeah, both of those, any kind of operator that they bring, are gonna have a maximum of 2 nades or like a couple of more projectile grenades or maybe concussion mines. So yeah, you taking away Wamai does give you a lot of leeway into how you wanna ban, how you wanna move, and how you wanna attack. Good ban.
I mean, indeed, that's very true. As you could see, Nomad as well has been banned. A surprising Valk ban as well. I mean, I've seen a lot of Valk plays. Like her cams are very interesting on how you can just place them on a particular corner and it cannot be seen for the entire attacker's team. So it's a pretty interesting ban on Villa, especially.
Well, the last one is Mira, and it's no surprise. Mira is definitely gonna get banned when it comes to Villa. She's way too strong for this map, and with the recent change have not come in yet. So yeah, Aces, Selma charges can't get your Miras yet. When they do finally implement that change, so yeah, maybe Mira's gonna get banned a bit less and change it up with some other operators. But up until then, you're gonna see Mira get banned on almost every map. The lineup coming up from Team Heat looks very aggressive. I think they just want to get that first round with sort of a surprise. But yeah, Maya and Ash, mostly all 3 speeds, just with 1 hard feature. That is a very aggressive lineup. But you can also see on the defenders, and these are the denial operators. They are gonna slow down the attack in any way and any sort of fashion that they can.
I mean, we have seen this lineup pretty much the entire time of Team Heat. Every time there's gonna be an Iana, it's gonna be an Ash. Surprisingly, there's no Lion, because I have seen them play Lion as well, and it was very efficient. Like the rotates, if the defender thinks about rotating, it's not going to be that easy because they might pinpoint you at that direction, and it might be a very bad situation for the defenders to even encounter. So eventually, 6-picking it to Zofia. I mean, not bad. Zofia with a 4 utilities as well as the Claymore. I mean, it's a done deal. It's pretty good.
10 seconds left.
Yeah, exactly. But it is a lot of utility on their end, and they also need to expand that as well. But then again, the defense will come out strong regardless of what you put in front of them.
This is pretty quick. Everything is very quick over here. It's just they just know the entire strat. They're just implementing each and every part of the scenario, and perfection. Within the time, they just finished every single thing.
Yeah, it's there. They are not taking any chances. They are really efficient and are not wasting any time. Going, getting in, getting out where the operators are. They are just not wasting any time. Ashid already taking control of Piano. Eagle Eye opening things up, taking away Umar, and that's the Ash trading out the Jaeger. So,
I mean, over here, it's going to be pretty generic. They're thinking about going for a study push, but as well as they're thinking about clearing all the utilities from below. As you can see, IQ is just waiting for the right moment to take down every single thing which is possibly can be found over there.
Beautiful C4 toss coming out of Rats. Precisely measured and takes away in. See, there's a Yana gone, there's 2 nades gone. So that shield will still stay in place and will not anywhere.
I mean, as long as IQ is underneath, Melusi is going to be constantly at that fear that someone might push main, and it will be a poor play for her, but she just knows it. She instantly goes inside sight and she's holding bar.
reinforces that wall as well, giving her enough time to go in and secure the site. Her banshees are gonna give away the push and are gonna let the defender inside know that there are two attackers pushing in. They are trying to get a bit aggressive on the smoke here, peeking out of the aviator door, hoping to get someone on the flank or someone rotating or unaware of his position. But it will not be the case, but then still moves down side to side and will live to see another day.
I mean, over here, Mute is Smoke is just hesitating to break those pellets because he just doesn't want to give his location away. But eventually, Ali just gets in and he just kills Smoke.
Yep. Trades coming out, good trades. But here's the thing, Smoke is lost. That is one of the better operators that you would have wanted to have towards the end. But there's still C4. But that is all that's gonna be, and with Ali just pushing and barging in through his outguns, blazing that is not gonna hold on for long because SMG11, although a really good gun, you do not wanna go up against Type 22. First round going comfortably in the hands of Team Heat.
Even though they lost the early grenades, which are from Rihanna, but they just knew how to even push the site. Like they got all the sites covered. They got the defenders to get back inside site so that they don't have any other option to do. Like they just can't. Even if they go for a roam and think about late flanks, it's going to be very tough for people to even hold the spot.
Yeah.
So, indeed, that was a really good round for Team Heat.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many
And
bombs as they
as you can see, it's round 2. One round is already up to Team Heat. It's pretty tight. They're going to take this site again. Kira is thinking about defending it again.
Yeah, the site itself is really good. It is a good site, and they did fall short in one, but then again, that is just still one round. And there's still a lot of things that they need to pull out. Maybe they tried out some strat that didn't work, or maybe they just want to do the same strat all over again and just do it better.
Perfection. You gotta try it multiple times, but you don't need to try it that many times that it's gonna be beyond half time and a very difficult situation for them to even pull through.
Exactly.
So
You don't want to
It's gonna be a quick one more round, and then if they don't get it, they're gonna be changing the site. Simple as that.
Exactly. Standard defense coming out again. Invi this time around holding on into Piano. Last time around they weren't holding into Piano, and the Zofia was there really quick in the round. I think it was like about 10 seconds and she was already in the round and inside Piano and taking control of it. So yeah, this time around he wants to hold it.
Ash did a very hefty job there. She just went in, swung the gun, got the Jaeger pretty easy for him. It was like an earlier thing. So the defense was already started. Okay, wait, how did he even come over here so fast? So eventually it was very tough for them to even handle the situation. So Ash just knew what to do. She got all the intel she needed, got in, got the first early frag, and it was pretty good.
Eagle Eye's gonna come in contact with the Jaeger. Who's gonna take this one gunfight? Eagle Eye gets prone. Both of them live to see another day, but AMS in the process is gonna lose his head, and that's the Yana for the first time again.
Ooh, that was a really good kill there by
Attackers have located a bomb.
by IQ. It was
Yeah, no, she just got Eagle Eye pushing in a crucial moment, just misses out on the Jaeger, but misses out on Amar, but will somehow manage to get whatever was left of the Jaeger. Eagle Eye pushing in, getting away with some 3v2. Things looking good for Team Heat. Not so good on the side of Team Kira eSports. They are on the receiving end of having a lower HP, having lower man count as well. Both of them coming back inside, falling back, knowing that they can't give away side. Not right now because there isn't a lot of time left. They would not, and with the operators that they have, they will not be able to go for the retake. So it's better off if they just stay inside and try to play it off of that as long as they can.
Team Heat is bringing all the varieties you can even see. The first push was from main, second push is coming from master bedroom. This is very neat. This right here is a very neat execution. Like surprise the enemies wherever they're thinking about holding or getting down the work. Okay, fine. We have a lot of manpower here. Site only one person is staying, so it's up to you which side you want to push. But this time, Team Heat takes a tough side to push from, but eventually gets
Bomb
all the
located by
frags.
attackers.
Yeah, they even have someone rotating towards the aviator balcony. They know that the pressure that the IQ is gonna be able to provide them is gonna work out on their favor. So and with 30 seconds or 20 seconds left on the clock, Team Heat push in. The plant will start to go down. 30 seconds on the clock. Red somehow manages to take away whatever is left of the IQ, but will get faded out by Ali soon after. Team Heat looking really strong in these first 2 rounds and are doing really well. And Villa on attack, yeah, they're making it look pretty easy right now.
I mean, we are seeing a lot of variety here. We are seeing a lot of variety here. Team Heat is just Eagle Eye is doing just the most accurate work over here. Getting frags, check. I mean, looking every corner, precisely getting the person from one. I mean, it's just right now. It's just too much thought process going in my head. So it's just very beautiful.
Right.
It's pretty beautiful how the teamwork is going on over here.
Yep, exactly. And honestly, this time around, they will finally decide to switch sides and go to trophy and statuary instead. Maybe this change is gonna fare out on the side of Team Kira Esports, but right now, I'm pretty sure the morale is a bit low on the side of Team Kira.
You never know. You never know, Nerf. I mean, they might turn the tables pretty quick, so you never know.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, and these are very experienced teams. So, I mean, you're right, dude. I digress. You know, they might be 2 rounds short, but it's gonna be pretty easy for them to pull it back.
Nope, nothing to apologize for, because this is very interesting how it's gonna be going. Because I'm just feeling it through. Like it's either gonna be a full swing to Kira or it's gonna be full swing to Team Heat. I have no clue, because that's what the thing is about the two really good teams. You never know. They might surprise you with anything they have. And Rats here is playing right now Memorial and Kitchen, thinking about getting a C4 kill towards Masters. But yeah, the push is pretty generic. They're going to be pushing a master bedroom, and every single person is literally aligned up over there.
Yep. This time around, you do want to take control of bedroom. You do want to take control of kitchen as well, because that side is going to be very, very important if you don't want to get C4 from below, or even then if you don't want to get shotgun.
Oh, post-plant situation. Post-plant situation. Someone lurking down with a C4. I mean, how bad can it get?
Yep, and honestly, you don't want that. You do not want that to happen because that. Yeah, you know.
Baiting that time with a grenade, but this time he just swings in, gets the kill, but get refragged by Slayer. And eventually the push from Kitchen didn't work that well, as Eagle just gives up his life. But right now, it's just you have to just execute the site. C4 has been popped up from the bottom.
C4 popping up.
A bomb has been located.
Red no longer has the C4, but not the pressure is already inside, breaking out, taking away whatever he can. Ali just adding to it. The count is going up. Time 1 minute 50 seconds on the clock. They do have a lot of time. The attackers and the defenders can both slow it down, get to know where the enemies are. But the Jaeger swings in somehow and manages to miss all the shots. But Ashraf will not miss his shot because he's just gonna land his shot and get this final round.
Oh, even though Team Heat were not having they didn't have enough manpower, but Naughty Ashraf just goes in, guns blazing, gets all the kills. He just sees every single person and they end up dead. It was a pretty good round by Team Heat. Side execution was really good. Just that Eagle Eye couldn't get that early frag onto Kaid, which actually proved to be a little bit deadly. But overall, it was a round for Team Heat. I mean, things are falling apart for Team Heat, for Team Kira right now. It's literally falling apart. They're thinking about holding the same side yet again, and this time it's gonna be a different hold, or it's gonna be just the same strat yet again.
I mean, honestly, right now nothing seems to be really working for Team Kira because Team Heat just barges in and it's just surprisingly winning all of their gunfights.
Ooh.
Because you realize that Team Kira isn't doing anything wrong. It's just that they are just not hitting their shots like they were previously. And Team Heat
10 seconds
is just
remaining.
doing the opposite. They're hitting all of their shots.
I mean, Jaeger had a pretty
5 seconds
solid
left
chance
before
there,
insertion.
and I guess he could have clutched that round, but unfortunately he couldn't. But at the end, it's no problem. They're gonna try doing their best right now.
But if you look at the map, 3-0 scoreline on Villa and on the attackers end,
Drop the
yeah,
diffuser.
that it does play out on that does play out in Team Heat's favor. But the opener coming out from the Jaeger, he does manage misses up a lot of shots on their head, but does finally manage to take away the Hibana. The lone hard feature is gone. The wall is gonna stay intact now, no matter what.
Indeed, it's gonna stay intact, but they can literally play vertical over here, which is gonna be very interesting, depending upon how all the attackers are literally going towards the basement, towards the first floor to just get through all the vertical play started. So it's pretty interesting. And Rat's getting an early kill, or like second frag onto IQ.
Not a lot of HP left on Rats, so he's gonna be dead to almost anything. And Eagle Eye pushing in guns raising. Well, doesn't really look too good. But then again, the job is done. They have already taken away 2 of the attackers on the side of Team Kira eSports. I mean, sorry, Team Heat. And both of those are the ones that have been doing a lot of work. So
As you could see, Mute just got reset and he's back on 20 HP. It's a lot. Judging by this game, it's a lot. You land a headshot, you're good, man. You're Gucci. It's gonna
Yeah,
be
I mean,
pretty
like
easy for you to win any gunfight if you land a headshot, but
sure. I mean, 20 HP isn't a lot because no matter what, you're just dead to one bullet, right? With any gun at any distance, you're gonna be dead to one bullet. Except for LS
Bomb
Scorpion.
located by
That's
attackers.
just a pea shooter at any distance. So, other than that, yeah, you're not gonna be faring out too well with 20 HP. But I mean, 20 HP is better than 1 HP, so yeah. Reset was in order. And seeing the fact that they had enough time, why not, Why not go for it?
right now vertical play coming up from Ash, who's gonna literally open up all the floor and wait for an early kill. Trying leveling things up over here.
That is the Womai that's doing its job. That is why I think Team Kira doesn't really like. I think he always bans the Womai, but this time around they decided not to and have it played. Jaeger still holding on to Astro. I'm pretty sure they are aware of it. This is why they are trying to clear. And with 3 seconds left on the clock, smokes remaining on the clock, there's not gonna fare out well for Team Heat. And this time around, Team Kira answers back for those 3 rounds with a flawless round for themselves.
It was a beautiful hold. Everything went right. There was reset coming in at the right time. So,
Yep.
20 HP actually did matter as Mute could land the shot.
I mean, yeah, if you could argue that they did it, but hey, I mean, they won the round, so that's what matters, right?
Indeed. As we
But
advance
honestly,
through
though,
rounds,
what I wanted to touch on was that the map being Villa, Team Heat being an attack, and having already 3 rounds in the bag, yeah, it does favor them in some sort of ways, and any kind of advantage is an advantage. So Team Heat might still be able to take this one home. But
Defenders, protect your
then
bombs
again,
from
it's
being
just 3 rounds,
defused by
and there's
attackers.
still a lot of siege left.
it's a strong start. It's a very strong start for Team Heat. They have already gotten 3 rounds in their hands, so I won't repeat it again. But eventually, getting 3 rounds in Villa is really good as an
Yeah,
attack.
exactly.
Defense is gonna be very easy because it's a defense-sided map. It's a defender-sided map.
Yep. Honestly, they just have a lot of room to play around with right now. So they can actually try out what they want, but I'm pretty sure none of these guys are playing around. They just want to get this map done and dusted. They just want to get it over.
10 seconds left.
Right
Same
now,
lineup
Kira
coming out
has to be
again.
playing all of their cards
5
perfectly.
seconds
Like
left
they
before
have to.
Yeah, exactly.
Attackers eject
And honestly,
to
this time
locate a
around,
bomb and defuse
same
it.
operators coming out. player switching out from the smoke and going to the mine. Invi will be the one replacing him with the smoke. We've yet to see Invi on the smoke, but I don't think we have seen him before. Might be wrong here. But then again, it's always nice to see that that the players can switch up operators and still be as efficient as they would be with their preferred one.
You have a shield, you have 3 canisters, you have an SMG-11 with a shotgun combo. How deadly can you get? How much more deadly can you get, literally?
But first frag again coming on the side of Team Kira eSports. Mozzie just lurking around in the shadows, just not giving away his presence and taking away the Sophia. That is a big loss on the side of Team Heat.
They eventually knew it. Like, he already placed all of his pests there in the one corner where they couldn't literally drone him out and give the proper intel. So it was a pretty rushy move by Naughty Ashrit over here. Eventually couldn't land. He landed enough shots but couldn't get him killed. So it's gonna be 4v5 situation, which is in favored for Kira eSports.
Yeah, and honestly, Moz's SMG, although it is a weaker gun when it comes to Sophia's gun, but the thing is, at that sort of a distance and with the rate of fire that Moz's gun has, it's gonna do a lot of damage. Aim is
getting a really good kill.
Yeah, he's trading out that that's a 4v4, but still the attackers are gonna be faring better one, because if you look at the HP, both Invi and Abid are very low on HP. They are not gonna be able to take head-on gunfights as comfortably as you would want it.
This time around, they are gonna be pushing the same master bedroom, and they've been clearing the entire 90 as well as they just want the landing area to be clear so that Ali can just swing in and get whoever is in the map room.
Bomb located by
But
attackers.
if you look at the time, there is not a lot of it left. 29 seconds on the clock. They need to push in right now, get their bearings right, and then start the plan. Because in those last couple of seconds, this smoke is gonna prove to be deadly, and it is gonna maybe prove to be their undoing. I mean, you can already see there's so much denial right there. Slayer on playing the shield, providing even more resistance on the side of Team Kira eSports, but does manage to get taken out by Rat, pushes in, barges out. The plan somehow will be stuck and all on the hands of the Ella.
It's a 1v2 situation. Rats is gonna be the one for the do or die situation over here. It's either he take it, but he can't because Ash is just waiting for him to push in and gets really good frag there.
That push at the last 30 seconds was really good on the side of Team Heat. They were very coordinated. They opened the vault, but then if you look at it, there was no one going in vault. That provided enough time, that provided enough distraction that was needed for the smoke to be distracted and pushing towards and shifting his position, and that is what he used to get the plan down. Team Heat coming out really strong in this first 5 rounds. Team Kira eSports, they need to bring things back. They need to bring the ball back to their court if they want to take away this map or take away this match, either one of them.
They have to step up, indeed. They have to step up because it's looking not very good for Kira eSports. They are down with 3 points. They're down with 3 points, and it's gonna take a lot of effort for pushing in if they're gonna be the attackers. And as far as I've seen Team Heat, they're gonna hold every single angle. And as far as we have seen the gunfights, Team Heat is just bringing in all in. Like, they're getting all of the frags, no matter what the situation is. Kira is also getting the refrags and the frags, but eventually, the last round, if you could see, even though they were down with 1 person, that is Naughty Ashrit, Team Heat down with 1 person, and that would be Naughty Ashrit. They could still clutch it. They could still clutch the entire round.
Yeah, exactly. And you saw the way the Team Heat is playing. You saw the efficiency that they're bringing in. You saw with the aggression that they are pushing in. The only round that Team Kira eSports won was the round where they were the ones who were even more aggressive than Team Heat. I think that is what they need to bring in. You know, they're instead of playing not to lose, they should be playing to win.
Oh, here yet again, they have been choosing the same push for the third time, and it has always been successful. I mean, I wouldn't blame anything over it.
Yeah,
Because the push has been really successful. They've been managing to get all the frags they need and seal the round at the end.
Not the wisest move by Envy, but then again, he was stuck from all angles. He could go back to bathroom because that was already covered. He could not cross over to Astro because there was already a Zofia on the repel and he was getting thrown. So, very precarious position for him to be stuck at.
He could have ran away from that if he hadn't shot the window, but kills are just popping. Like, Heat is at the
Bomb located
peak of
by
the game
attackers.
right now. They just know what to do. And it
There's-
doesn't look good for Slayer over here. He knows a person is lurking down in the 90 window and he just pinned at that exact same spot. Swings,
He gets
he gets the
big.
kill, he gets refragged, but
Yeah, I think they
it's a
traded.
round.
Yeah, both of them traded out each other. Both of them just swinging out, getting the headshots off of each other. But then again, if you look at numbers favor Team Heat, and so they get to keep the round. Side swap coming out. Team Heat with a 4-round advantage over Team Kira eSports. That is
It's
5-1.
gonna be a
the score.
very quick round. It's gonna be a very quick first map because it doesn't look good for Team Kira
Yeah.
right now. It doesn't at all look
I mean,
good. Team Heat,
let me ask you, Sky. Were you expecting this? Were you expecting this sort of a scoreline? Were you expecting it? Were Team Kira
I-
eSports to be getting this sort
trust
of
me, I
steamroll?
wasn't
I
at
don't.
all.
Yeah, I don't think Chad was expecting either. But hey, this time around we are switching sides, so maybe on attack, Team Kira eSports can be the better team.
Oof. It's too
Attackers
good.
need to
It's just
locate
too
and
good.
defuse
Team Heat is at the
bombs.
peak of the game right now. They're just at the peak of the game. They're getting all of the gun skills. Like 1v1s to 1v2s. I've seen it all. It's just perfect.
So I want to ask you, dude, what do you think about the shield though, the Goyo shield that was placed near the bedroom doorway? The thing is, I use that one, the one that you saw on
Yeah,
your right.
I just saw it. I
Yeah,
saw it.
exactly. So the thing is, there's 2 ADSs covering it, right? So yeah, you're gonna have to expel something in order to get it off. But the thing is, when you're playing there, as any sort of an operator, when you're playing behind it, the thing is, if it blows up, you're gonna take some sort of a damage anyways. And there's always going to be someone covering that angle waiting for you to run away. So
Attackers are moving out to
I'm pretty
locate
sure.
a bomb and
So it's
defuse
like
it.
if you keep the shield behind it, I mean a bit towards the back, there's still a lot of damage that you can do. But placing it right there always proves to be on the negative end. I mean, I'm trying to say this from my own experience because I used to play the same spot with Ella previously. But it just, I mean, yeah, it was a sort of a hit and miss situation. It worked a couple of times, but then again, there would be most of the time that it did not work. I mean, against better players, it never worked.
I understand what you're reaching to, and I do agree that once all the ADS is burned, that thing is surely gonna blow off. So I feel the defender is already aware of the situation. Like he's just gonna run away as soon as the 2 ADSs have been burned. So he's just waiting there to waste the time, make his presence, and be like, okay, fine,
Yeah.
I've already moved away from here. I'm not gonna be taking any of the damage you say, and that's it.
Yeah, it's like at this point that shield is not there for any sort of like a presence of, I mean like using it as a shield. It's just more to, you know, use up the utility from the attacker's end.
And like you saw, Goyo did manage to run away without taking any damage. He's pretty
The-
smart.
Yeah, Zero coming out to play from Envy. I mean, I'm not sure if you realize that throughout the tournament, Envy has consistently been the one player that has been bringing out Zero. It's been one of the operators that he actually really likes to play, I guess. He has been
Zero
doing,
with
yeah,
his
he has
cam
been
placement?
doing it through multiple maps.
Zero with his camp placements comes in very hefty. I mean, he comes in very hefty. And the gun itself is very beautiful.
Attackers
Minimum
located a
recoil,
bomb.
hits, land your shots, you're good to go. Simple as that.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't really have a lot of kickback, so it's much easier for you to get the shots off. And as I stated, Raph will shut down Naughty Ushwit, so that's 1-4 gone on the side of Team Heat. So the denial, the plan denial that they were worried about, that's
Attackers
gone.
recovered the bomb
But
diffuser.
soon enough, AMST starts trading things off for a minute left on the clock. A lot of work still left for Team Kira Esports.
They have to do something right now. Rats gets a kill, and it's the Goyo shield which pops and damages.
See, this is what I was talking about. The defender is the one to die from that shield. That is another C4 con.
I mean, it's always it's like a trade situation. Either it's
Yeah,
gonna be the attacker
exactly,
gonna
you're
die,
right.
or it's gonna be the defender who's gonna die. But eventually, if you're
Plan-
smart enough, you're just gonna run away from that situation.
Plan going up, but Eagle Eye
Attackers
being the
have
one to
recovered
shut
the
it
diffuser.
down.
Attackers
Another one.
dropped the bomb
Quick
to
headshots coming up
15
from this
seconds
man,
left.
taking away whoever wants to take that
10
diffuser.
seconds left.
Both of those operators know where they are. Eagle Eye swings in, tries to get out any kind of shot that he
5
can,
seconds
tries to
left.
land into the bullets. Pistols coming out from both the sides. Knives
Ooh.
shots coming out, but Eagle Eye will be the one to come out on top with his pistol against Indy.
Prone game is just on point. The prone game is just
Yeah.
on point. The melee couldn't have possibly reached.
Yeah, the
Jaeger
melee
there.
did
It
come out,
couldn't have.
but it fell short by just a bit. If the Jaeger was standing, or maybe if he was sitting, yeah, maybe we could have argued that maybe it could have hit it, but the fact that he was prone just made his hitbox that much more lower than Invi was aiming at.
Very interesting round coming out by Team Heat, and Eagle Eye he's just beyond. I mean, today's match, I've seen everything. He playing Ash was the most satisfying play, and he playing Jaeger was also like beyond.
Yeah,
Defenders
right
Even though
now he is
Even
being
though
the
because of the
embodiment of
nerf,
an Ash
people
Jaeger.
have actually thought about like, okay, wait, Jaeger has been a bit less unplayable, but Eagle Eye is just on point.
Exactly, man. He has been doing a lot of work, and you can see that the reason that he had to switch over to his pistol and to use his primary gun weapon is because of the recent nerf that came out. Right now, he only has 24 bullets on his back and one in the canister, that one in the cylinder of the
if I'm
gun.
not
Yeah,
wrong.
yeah, chamber cylinder, I guess. So yeah, that is the only thing that they have. So 26 bullets, and in this sort of a scenario where he had to
5
take away
seconds to
2
go.
people before he could just run back and spray out his last enemy,
Attackers are moving
this
out
is
to
when
locate
the
a bomb
nerf
and
does
defuse it.
come into play, and we saw that.
It would have been very ugly if he would have sat and reloaded his primary and be like, okay, wait,
Yeah,
I'm gonna just reload
I
this
know,
and
right?
okay, Zero is just gonna push in. So he was pretty wise on that part, but
Dude, imagine his frustration level if he was reloading and he died to that.
I mean, he would have been caught literally doing.
Like, caught with his pants down, right? But the thing
Yeah.
is, yeah, that he was smart enough not to go on the reload and instead switch the gun.
All right, this time it's gonna be Aviator and Games.
A pre-play C4 coming out from Cypher. I'm pretty sure he's been watching a lot of Messi J right now. But that is one of those classic Messi J things that you place a pre-play C4 and then be holding an angle from a pixel far back, and it'll blow it up when you see somebody.
I've seen people even bait them. Like you have to just show that, oh, I'm present in this spot. You come close to me, and he's just gonna know that, oh, he's in the same spot where he has pre-placed the C4 and
Yep.
blows it up. But over here,
Exactly.
it doesn't favor the. It doesn't favor the Mozzie. It literally doesn't.
And yeah, I'm pretty sure the C4 did go off, but because you saw that there was a giant hole in the floor, right? But I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure that he didn't get. I mean, he didn't get caught in it.
Ooh, Rats getting fragged over here.
He just got caught in the
Mozzie?
middle of two defenders, and not the best place to be caught at.
I mean, it's really good tag team. Like, tag team is on point right now. It's one guy peeking from one corner. He's like, okay, he's gonna obviously run back, and then he's gonna see surprisingly Mozzie waiting for him to just peek.
Yep, exactly. But then again, you look at the score and it's match point, man. It's 6-1, match point, and 50 seconds left on the clock, with so much for the attackers of Kira Esports to accomplish.
They haven't quite gotten the entire bedroom side. Now they're slowly trying to advance through, but it's already 30 seconds left on clock, which is gonna be a really tough job because
Drop the
There's
bomb
still
diffuser.
Jaeger lurking in the first floor, waiting for an easy pick.
Yeah, and honestly, they haven't even gotten any of the walls off yet. They are completely reliant on the fact that they'll be able to go through that doorway and somehow manage to get the plant. Invi will start things
15
off,
seconds left.
but it's not looking really good for them.
10
Indeed.
seconds remaining. Attackers have located a
Team
bomb.
Heat might be taking the heat on this
5
round
seconds
because
left. Attackers
it's a
dropped the diffuser.
1v3
Attackers
situation
recovered the bomb diffuser.
and Eagle Eye is still underneath. So he's gonna
He's
be
trying to
denying.
deny the plant. He is really close, but he
Attackers
doesn't really have the exact single way to do it. Eagle Eye missing out on that crucial moment, and now he has to go for a retake with 3 of the Kira attackers right there, holding off with those angles. I mean, this is not looking good for It is not looking good for Eagle Eye, not looking good for the Jaeger. They are already in those post-plant scenarios. They're already in the post-plant position, just holding on those angles, and in his elevated angle is gonna be the one to shut down Eagle Eye. Props to Invi for this one. He has been doing so much. He has done a lot of work in order to get this round to them.
Indeed, he has done a lot of work. But over here, it's the second time you've seen him on an elevated spot. The earlier time it was against Smoke, and now you have seen it's against Jaeger.
We will, however, move on to a technical pause. I'm pretty sure it's just Team Kira taking their time out. So, what do you think, dude? How would you? I mean, what would you think about this match? The way that things are going, the way that the scoreline is showing up to us. What do you think?
It's very solid. Team Heat is at its game. They're at the zone right now. They're just focused on one straight thing: Villa, our map. Simple as that. Even though it's Kira's pick, they're gonna take it this time. And we have seen very interesting plays by Envy the last round. 2 places continuously. He has been elevated and he has gotten frags. The crucial moments, the plant down, it was it was a good round for Team Kira.
Yeah, it has been but it has been a good map for Team Heat because they have been doing so much.
Indeed,
They
they
have been,
have.
yeah, and
The roaming has been really good. The roam clear has been really good. The entire attack, except for one round, which has gone to Kira Esports, except for that one round, rest everything has been on point. So they're on top of the game.
Nobody.
Yep.
It takes too long.
Well, I mean, the lineup seems to be same, dude. They are not switching on with those operators because they are just comfortable and they know where that. I mean, it's working out. They're just missing out on a couple of small fragging scenarios or refrag scenarios, right? But I
Indeed.
love the way that that Rats got fragged out in the first round. He was distracted long enough by the Jaeger and was engaged in the fight with the Jaeger. Gave the Moze enough time to swing out and take that head off, right? So yeah, team play like that goes a long way in this sort of match, and it goes really, really long way in this sort of a level of play. Teams are back, teams are ready, and we are gonna go straight up with the match and not waste any more time. 6-2 is still the scoreline. Team is still on match point, map point. So this will be one of those crucial rounds that Team Kira has to pull out of the bag if they want to go on to the next map with an advantage.
Why wouldn't we go directly into the match? Because it's a lot of action going on. Team Heat is blazing right now. They're
Yep.
literally blazing.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
Well, yeah, the Aviator Games Room is the site that we are gonna go back to again. Right? Here's the thing, right? We haven't seen either of the teams go to Kitchen because and Kitchen also not a bad side. It's one of the better sides that you can. But it is a primary rotation when we talk about the maps or the sites in this map. It always goes Aviator Games Room trophy or maybe sometimes trophy for the first site. But yeah, Kitchen has always been the secondary side, and as long as the meta remains the way it is, it's still gonna be the secondary side, and these two sides are gonna be the primary ones.
I mean, even though we haven't seen the bomb being actually present in Kitchen, but we have seen a lot of presence of defenders there. Because it's a very it's a really important place to be held. literally, it's very important place to be held, because people will put the attackers will be pushing the master bedroom side, which is only gonna be countered by a vertical play, and it can only come from kitchen. So
Yeah, you're right. And similarly, if you're playing kitchen, you always wanna have some sort of presence in bedroom and deny any kind of presence, any kind of push from the attackers for as long as you can. Because once those throw boards give in, you will not be able to play downstairs by the kitchen.
right now, they're at the drone phase. They're literally droning every single person they see to make themselves pretty comfortable on how to hold the site. And then Cypher just goes in and he just gets the first frag for Team Heat.
You can see how cautious Imperial eSports is being. They are just droning every single corner, taking their time that they need. They just want to narrow down the positions of those defenders, the ones that have been hiding in close proximity. Trades coming out 4v4, but as I said, it trades it just ties to AFSD. The roam game coming out really strong on the side of Team Heat, and the side presence is really good as well. Team Heat just playing exceptionally well throughout the tournament this time around.
There's only one person inside. There's only one
Exactly,
person inside,
this
and
is some
everyone is holding other like very crucial spots. 90's been held. The main stairs has been held properly. One person who's holding the site is getting the landing area like perfectly clear. Like he just doesn't want anyone to push in from there. If they do, they're gonna die.
You're absolutely right. You can see AMSD and the Yana. These two are the operators that are gonna come in close engagement with each other. He knows that someone might be out there, might be in the corner,
Located by
the main
attackers.
stairs. Because that is one of those crucial spots that you need to be playing at. However, Rats is gonna just
bomb
move
has been
inside,
located.
take away Cypher, and site is been surrendered. Team Kira Esports do have a lot of control inside, but the smoke is the one who's gonna prove crucial in this one, because this flank is gonna justify whether they're gonna win this one or they are not.
It was down to AMST, but unfortunately, the entire site was on to the name of Kira. Because Vault is a very important spot to be held, and once it is under control of the attackers, it's not gonna be that easy for the defenders to take over the site.
Yeah, you're right, exactly. And like you said, man, they were all holding out necessary positions, but there was only one person inside, and it was not Ashwin. As soon as he was put down, they had the whole side to themselves. And although Team Heat had presence nearby, but they still had to go for the retake instead of being inside and holding it down. Yeah, that does put additional pressure onto checking all sorts of angles before you can even move in through a doorway, or if be it rotational. So yeah, that round, props to Team Kira for taking advantage of this
Attackers
off.
need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Siege is pretty different from all the other games. If it is CSGO, you could have easily retaken the site, but once in Siege, the attackers have gotten the site control, it's going to be very tough for a retake. It's going to be very tough.
Exactly, man. And honestly, it's the same for the plant. And once the plant is down, it's just really difficult for you to go on for a retake. Retakes just don't really fare well on this game, at least not in this meta, you know. And it's always the bomb is always put in such position that the attackers don't really need to be in close proximity to keep an eye on it, so they can just be across the map and still have clear vision towards where the bomb has been placed. And that is what makes this game so interesting and so ever changing.
Indeed. And it's going to be a statuary and trophy. Last time we did see a really good prone game by Eagle Eye, and he was just on point. This time, it's going to be Cypher who's going to be playing a kitchen.
Yeah, you honestly don't want to give away kitchen control, because it is one of those important sides that you need to have control of. As soon as the Attackers realize that there is no one in kitchen. It's all a linear push. They are just gonna make their way through into the side without fear of getting C4 or without any fear of getting, you know, blown up from below or any sort of flanks. So yeah, you
Hold
need
on,
to
Nerf.
keep control.
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
How often have you seen Kapinka come into play?
Not a lot, but hey, I was playing today, but then yeah, it was Villa and there was a lot of pink up play coming out. So I mean, you know, not a lot on leagues, but hey, casual play Pinka does get played out.
I mean, just talk about how annoying is the heartbeat.
It is. The heartbeat is annoying, but you know what? I mean, the even more annoying is that the fact that when you're imagine you're spraying down and there's an uncoordinated Pinka just I mean putting out her using her ability just because she is pushing in, and your recoil just gets messed up for no reason.
But the opponents are like, okay, wait, you whiff, and I'm gonna take a
Located
hit.
a bomb.
I'm getting in with with a grenade kill. Eagle Eye being shut down in the early stage itself, but 1 minute off the chart, it's really good. It's looking pretty solid for Team Heat for now.
Yep, there is a drone on Cypher as well. There, he doesn't realize it, and he will get taken out thanks to that drone. Rat pushing in, taking away the fight, can be providing enough distraction that was needed. Now they are still holding on to Red for as long as they can. Maybe that is one of those crucial sites that they need to take on. Doorway being watched, Red Stairs being watched. And right now it's a game of patience because the attackers are bringing in their fight.
This wouldn't have been the scene, but Kira is slowly getting people one by one, but AMSC getting two really crucial shots. And it's nevertheless Yana and Ash.
Well, I mean, there's not a lot you can say here. The plan was going down, it was going to those that. See, they were doing so well up until then, but the problem is they are just giving away gunfights 1v1, and that is what Kira eSports is taking advantage of. Scoreline dwindling on the side of Team Heat. Any sort of advantage that they had, it's slowly disappearing because it's 6-4, and all Kira eSports need to do is win 2 more rounds to get them and propel them into that overtime. Kitchen dining will be the side, and we will finally see a first floor defense instead of always to the second floor.
At this point, I can't say it's a defender-sided map. I just can't. Because both the times we have seen the attackers are getting the majority of the side, and as we saw Team Heat get majority of the rounds
Attackers
in
need to
attack,
locate
but
and
will we
defuse
see the
as many
same
bombs as
from
they can.
Kira eSports, and will it be overtime?
Yeah, we'll have to see about that. But then again, Kira eSports would need just 2 more rounds. The round difference went from being 1-5 to 6-4. There is much Team Heat really slacking off in these past couple of rounds.
Indeed, they are. And right now, it's going to be kitchen, so it's very tough. It's very tough. Provided it's going to be a really good vertical play by
10
Kira
seconds to
eSports.
insertion.
But there's going to be
5 seconds to go.
pulse underneath.
Yeah, when you're playing kitchen, you do want a pulse, and when you're playing bedroom as well, you do want a pulse playing down below. It's not that it's a necessity. You can easily replace it with a Valk or something, but it's just that the info that he gives out is real time, and it's really useful in order for the roamers to push in and get the frag down. So yeah, I really want to see good teamplay coming out with the help of the pulse. It'd be really helpful if he can stay alive for as long as he can. But if he gets taken out in the previous company, then like the first couple of seconds, it's not gonna be the best. Like I said, that real-time info coming out really strong. Cypher missing away all of his bullets on the drone, realizing the enemy is pushing up the side of the bedroom, so he just steals clears of it, and doesn't go there as well. AMST does get 1 kill, but then again, that is a C4 gone, and used to its right purpose. I mean, I'm at it.
It's very interesting how the round proceeds over here. The study has been already taken control of. As you can see, 3 operators are already there, and they're just waiting for an easy pick on to whoever rotates from the main stairs.
Yep. I mean, Mozzie does get pinged, but then again, there is a Jaeger ping close by, backing him up, and the Pulse, like I said, dude, giving away all this precious information, knows that there are 3 of those attackers close by. Pings coming out waiting for someone to blow it up, and that was just so crucial, man. The timing was so right, but now he realized that the push is coming up from the stairs instead.
First floor. Love me
This
some
flank
pulse,
coming out
like-
from Cypher is gonna prove very important because he is gonna be the one to take away those enemies, and he starts things off by taking away the Ash of Red. Amar closely on the flank and does finally manage to shut him down. So yeah, the roam game taken care of. All they need to do now is start the attack on the side, start the collapse onto it, and see how long it takes for them and how it fares out. A minute left on the clock. There is quite a bit of time that they have, but there's also a lot of work for them to do.
As long as you have smoke in your side, it's going to be really tough for the attackers to even push in and think about plant.
Bomb located by attacker.
Should have this position given away by the Yana clone. The Gemini will come into full existence and will take help in taking away the mute. So yeah, museum given away.
Attackers have located a bomb.
3v3, things boiling down to the last couple of seconds, all rest on the hands of the support players and the roamers have done their job. Right now, it just goes to show how strong they can hold on to it.
Attackers dropped the
Slayer
diffuser. 10
getting
seconds
Eagle
remaining.
Eye and gets instantly down by AMST, but Kira Esports are just doing the perfect things to win the round.
Yeah, I mean those last second pushes seems to be working out for them. They switched on the sides and that's working out for them as well. Still match points. Still Team Heat can just make it through. They can just squeeze by just one
I would
round.
come
just
back
one
to your
round.
question. I would come back to your question on the first half itself when you said, was this like this is what you were expecting? And right
Yeah.
now, it's just really good plays by Kira Esports.
Exactly. This is the Kira esports that you want to see. This is the Kira esports that we all were expecting, right? And not the ones that were like playing a bit conservative, being a bit shabby in the first couple of rounds. This is the
Attackers
full-fledged
need to
Kira
locate
esports
and
you want, the
defuse bomb.
Kira esports that can mount a comeback in that sort of a heavy fashion.
It's down to this very round where either the game is gonna go to OT or it's gonna be sealed by Team Heat.
Just one round, man. Just
Just
one round.
Just the decider. This is just the decider right now.
Exactly. But yeah, the morale on the side of Team Kira esports is gonna be booming right now. They are just gonna be elated on the side on their comps, you know. They are gonna be calm, but then again, you wanna feel the energy that Kira esports has. The Ashes drone stacked up on top of Astro. That is gonna be providing some valuable information as to who's gonna be playing in Astro. Unique because you're gonna be holding the side anyways.
Pre-placed drones are the most helpful for providing the intel. It's like a camera. How
Yep.
the defenders have the cams, right? It's just like that.
In the pulling out the lion, try and help the attackers with the roamers. Rats opening things up, taking away AMS. Things are looking good for the side of Team Heat. Whatever sort of advantage, whatever sort of confidence that they had, seems like it's dwindling away round by round, second by minute by minute, second by second.
Pretty early kill there, like pretty early. AMST had to be wasting a bit more time rather than Rats getting a pick on him, but eventually he couldn't. And Rats lives with 25 HP. Or a little bit more than that. He'll be living to get all of the Banshees.
Yep.
And as long as he's using all of his utilities, he's good to go, man.
Yeah, and that is change that was brought up to Ash, right? She's so much more important right now. Her utility makes so much difference when it comes to the game right now. You can see one more. Yep, another Ash charge being used to take away the shield.
And the cams are off. So no more intel from 90.
all that you can see most of the defenders being pushed back onto side. This time around, they just want to hold it from within and not give the attackers any sort of advantage that they might think that they have. Eagle Eye will come into contact. I was about to say that. No, don't give away that angle. But when he does, then he manages to lose life all on the hands of the lonesome 3 defenders of the team Heat.
It's not looking good for Team Heat. It's not looking good for them. It's down for 2v4 situation for Team Heat. Will they be able to clutch this round? But it looks really tough. A knife coming in by Ali gets shut down instantly. This is comeback. This is literally a comeback. And as we say that, this map now goes to overtime.
Yep, all the overtime they had, I mean all the advantage that they had is gone.
We are in a sort of a mix right now. We're in a sort
Yeah,
of a
it
mix.
seems some sort of a mix right now. Well, it is going to be what it's gonna be. We are gonna wait for the admin to call it out, and we are gonna relay that information back to you guys.
And you're
Well,
gonna
it
be
seems
looking at
like
us.
we are gonna go for a rehost. The cams are on, and you can see our faces on the internet again. So pretty interesting rounds coming on the side of Team Kira Esports. They are doing really exceptionally well in bringing back the game. The sort of rounds that they lost are they are making up for it, and they are not giving Team Heat any kind of advantage that they thought that they might have.
I mean, Eagle Eye was very close to getting that kill. The timing, Siege is all about timing. At the end, you'll be like, okay, wait, I was about to look there, but I had to get up from the proning phase to the crouch phase.
Yeah,
It's gonna be
yeah, it's
so at the
gonna
end.
be an interesting match anyhow, dude. So I mean, you know what? Let's not waste any time here. We're gonna go for a quick 2 minutes break because there's an issue that we are facing right now, and we are gonna go for a rehost. Don't go anywhere, guys. We will be back literally in 2 minutes. Well, sorry guys, we had to take a quick technical break right there. We had an issue with the lobby being set up, so yeah, that's done now. We are all set up. The match is about to go. The match is about to start. The players are already back in the lobby, so it shouldn't take us long, and we will go straight up into the game. Well, that was a nice comeback coming up the side of Team Kira Esports. They are doing exceptionally well, coming given the fact that they were slacking off a bit in the first couple of rounds. So yeah, massive props to Team Heat. They bought it back 5 rounds straight, taking the match straight up into overtime.
I mean, I was having a mentality of, चलो round मिल चुका है, attack में इतने round मिल चुके हैं, we have taken all of these rounds. Let's clearly defend one side properly, and we can go to match point. Another side done, game will be over. But eventually, everything is flipping. The tables are flipping right now.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, honestly, it's just that once they got the swing of things, Team Kira Esports was just not letting it off. They are just not letting things. They are not letting things start. Well, I mean, it's still 6-1. It's still 6-6. 3 more rounds in the bag. It's a 2-round. The 2-round overtime. So whoever gets 2 rounds in it will take the map eventually. So yeah. Crazy. Cypher somehow taking away Fuse. Well, that's not something that we have been seeing a lot.
I mean, Fuse is always an interesting guy. He has the 4 clusters, all the 4 clusters popping, 4 grenades out of it. You can take away the entire utility inside site.
Yeah, honestly, instead of choosing Fuse to be to get kills and stuff, you can really use it in a smarter way and just try and get the utility cleared up, because there's a lot of utility invested into sites now. The game has become so heavy in terms of utility that and one fuse charge will throw away 4. I think it is 4 or 6. 6 of
Four,
those
four,
fuse. Yeah,
four.
4. Thank you. 4 of those bucks. So yeah, that does a lot of damage. And yeah, if you can get a kill or take away those defenders, that's a plus point. But yeah, always you can always use fuse in a smarter way and get rid of all of the
Protect your
utilities.
bombs from being
Barbed
defused by
wires,
attackers.
Melusi's banshees,
There are pros.
everything.
Nerfed, there are pros. But there are cons as well. He being a 3-speed operator makes him very slow. And Trust me, you don't want to barge in and be like, okay, I'm just gonna go in like Ash, get all the kills, and scoop come out. It's not gonna be that easy.
Yeah, it's not gonna be that way because you will not be playing him as an Ash as you would be playing an Ash, you know? Yeah, Fuse is one of those slower operators, but then again, that just means that he can absorb much more bullets or much more
10
HP. He
seconds left.
technically does have more HP when it comes to his arm.
5 seconds to insertion.
But him getting paired with that gun, the AK-12, that thing
Attackers
hits
are moving out
really
to
hard,
the
and it's a
bomb.
really, really good gun. It's the same gun that Ace has, but then again, Ace is just much more versatile, and that's why you can see him being picked much more, and him being a hard feature just adds more and more into that versatility. But yeah, it's the same gun that Ace has, so it hits really hard, and it hits like a truck.
Indeed, it does hit like a truck. As we can go through the round, it's very interesting. It's looking very solid for Kira right now. It's looking solid. The defense, the stats are going good, but eventually it's always the attackers who are gonna take the round. So no matter how much you put in, no matter how much hard work you put in, it's just gonna be the attackers swooping in the side, getting all the kills, and simple as that.
Yeah, that is what it seems to be today, because it's just that the Villa has mostly been attacker favorite. I'm not sure if they're lagging a bit, but the Wamai, yeah, I'm gonna say that the Wamai was lagging a lot right there. Well, that's tough luck for him, I guess. Can't do much about it. It's just internet for you. Well, but then again, two defenders falling out a bit. Well, that is not what you want to see, but then again, it is what it is. Him
It's a
getting dropped.
pretty quick. 2 kills coming in pretty quick.
Yeah, and like you said, man, it's just the attacker is coming out on top every single time around.
Attackers
Like, and
located a bomb.
you know, and Villa being the defender map, none of us were expecting this game to be going out this way,
None.
and none of us were expecting
Bomb
Team
located
Heat
by
to bring out
attackers.
that first
Attackers
5-round
dropped the
lead,
bomb
you know?
diffuser.
And we
Attackers
knew.
recovered the bomb
I mean,
diffuser.
we were expecting Team Heat to put up a really strong game, but yeah, none of us were expecting Team Kira to be, you know, that quiet for that long.
At the end, it's always the attackers are shown how much of an uh, strats, like how much of a strats to bring in. We are gonna counter it. We are gonna counter it all, whether it be Kira, whether it be Heat. They just know how to counter it.
Rats with a beautiful headshot on Donali Ashwin, and down goes the. I mean, down goes. Is it gone? Yeah, down goes in.
Zofia, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a lot. Impacts. Bye bye. But Eagle Eye is already inside sight.
But he's
He's
dead.
inside sight. He's just waiting for someone to rotate from there, and he's gonna get a really good frag there. But Death Armor, he's showing his presence in the basement. He gets a quick kill, and at the end, it's down on AMST whether he can clutch it.
15 seconds to go.
Or not. 12 seconds on the clock. It does not look too well
10
for the
seconds
attackers
to
this
go.
time around. Maybe this is the round that defenders come up on top. Maybe this is the round that defenders shine,
5
because
seconds
AMST on Astro Stairs doesn't look like much he can do about it, and he will get gunned down from multiple different angles. There is no way that he was coming out alive on that from that gunfight. You know, either either he didn't have to push in, or either he had to push in and die, because that one solo stairway was being covered by 3 different angles. So yeah, he's not making out of there alive.
This time, it was a closet hole. The toilet has been covered really well. Like, the entire bathroom area towards the closet was held really good. So pushing inside Masters was not even an option, because the Frost was constantly sitting there, keeping a presence, making them worry with the Frost mats, make them think that, wait, you need to enter this window. Think about shooting the Frost mat before you get me. So at this time, it was just accurate. The defense was very accurate.
The defense really was accurate, and it was really strong as well. But 6 rounds back to back, Team Kira eSports not letting anything through, not letting that one
Defenders
singular
protect
round
your
that
bombs
Team
from being defused
Heat
by
needed
attackers.
swing by either. This time around, they will be the ones on attack, and they are in overtime match points. So yeah, if they manage to take this one, if the whole Villa map goes on the side of Team Kira eSports.
We were seeing like a landslide victory to an OT. Right now, there's not much of surprise left. There's not much of surprise left anymore.
Attackers have
Yeah,
located a bomb.
exactly. There isn't a lot of there isn't a lot to surprise us. But I mean, the morale on the side of Team Kira Esports is gonna be pretty high right now. They are just gonna be confident in swinging in with those guns
5
blazing,
seconds
you
to
know?
insertion.
They're very confident right now. They're very confident. And this kind of confidence, if they had in the beginning of the round, I don't know what the scoreline would be, but here we are.
Yeah, here we are. Attackers pushing in, mostly gonna be funneling through the bedroom. Much would be much more of a linear take, I presume. But then again, Lion again coming out on the side of Team Kira Esports. I really want to know if the Lion or picked has been coming out to be fruitful on their end, because Invi has been picking it up for 2 rounds now.
Invi has been very versatile with all the operators. You have seen him bring Zero, you have seen him bring
Pinka?
Pinka, you have seen him bring Lion.
Yeah, you're right.
You don't know
And
what else he's going to bring anytime sooner.
exactly. The drone spots the Goyo. They now know there is someone playing below, and he could not get the drone out either. So yeah, they know that there is some sort of a presence below, so that they need to clear that out as well. And I'm pretty sure that Ashik is gonna be facing a lot of enemies in a couple of seconds.
It's a master take right now, and Eagle Eye doesn't seem to be at the right position. Invi pushes in, gets a frag onto Jaeger.
Things not looking good for Team Heat, with things opening up on Jaeger. He is gone. Bedroom control yet given away to Kira Esports now. They have all the time that they need to take control of it. And look at that, as I say, that the holes acting in both the ways. Holes that were made by the Jackal will be the one that will mean his doom. And Nori Ashwin still playing below, taking away the head of the Jack. No more tracking for him. That is all that he had to do this round. But then again, you lose 2 smokes as well. So on the side of utilities, yeah, I would say that you lose some kind of utility.
It's a 4v4 situation. Anything can go down, but Rats just gets the right angle onto the mirror.
Cypher being down, Ash being caught in a very bad position, trying to reload aim, is full advantage of it and taking away whatever was left of that Ash. Yeah, Bomai is doing a lot of work right now, pushing in, taking away heads, taking away the frag that he can. But he knows that Cypher is down and he has to be picked up. There isn't a lot of time left. The attackers need to make their push right now. Otherwise,
The
it's gonna
side
be too
is
late.
in
Side,
control.
yeah, side is in control, and the side control has been surrendered. If they plan on an off angle, yeah, they can stick the plan and still be off with it.
Attackers activating diffuser.
Oh, it's
Attackers need to protect the
1v2.
diffuser.
As
Position
soon as I blink my eye, it's just action all around. It's a 1v2 situation. Doesn't look good for Kira, but Amar just lands in the right shot onto AMST. It's a
Cypher-
post-plant situation. Will
Cypher-
Melusi be able to clutch this?
Amar playing it really well, not giving the Melusi any sort of advantage or any sort of chance to take the shot off. He is in low HP, 30 seconds left on the clock. He doesn't have a lot of time to take it and will not be able to get the defuse off, because Amar swings in, takes away whatever was left of the Melusi. Beautiful plays coming out of Team Kira Esports, bringing back 7 rounds back to back to an 8-6 victory from a 1-5 or a 1-6 deficit. Really good games coming out on the side of Team Kira.
Phew.
I know nobody can.
It's if this kind of performance you're gonna see all night. I guess Nerfed and the other co-hosts, co-casters, we have to sit all night today. We have to sit
Yeah,
all
I
night
mean,
because this is a lot of action.
It seems like it's gonna go to a third map, man. It's gonna be a lot of work for us. But hey, 3 maps. It's always gonna be better for the people to watch, right? It's gonna be always amazing for the people to watch. They're gonna be so much more. It's gonna be so much more fun. First couple of rounds, yeah, Team Heat really looked like they were pulling this one off. That they had it in the bag and they were almost there. But one round is all they needed. But Team Kira Esports just proving that they will not be giving out that singular round as well.
It was very interesting. I mean, I just can't. I can't explain it with words because it was so good,
Mana, you're up.
just so good. Defense or defense. I didn't see that much of defense in this map the entire time, but whenever Kira got to do it, they managed to pull out 2 rounds. Like managed to pull 2 rounds, if I'm not wrong. But in attack, they managed to get every single round.
Yeah,
That's right.
They did. It seemed Dila for some reason today seemed like much more attacker favorite map, and like I said, the first time around, it just goes. It just depends on the way that the attackers are, that the players themselves are playing, the players themselves are comfortable with. The map may be a defender favorite map, or the map may be an attacker favorite map. But then again, if you're not hitting your shots, it doesn't really matter what sort of map it is. You really need to be getting the shots off.
That's right. We saw the game go all the way from 6-1 to 8-7, which is like the biggest comeback ever, I guess. Not giving a single round to Heat after having given them 6 straight up in the beginning itself. It was commendable. Like that was the best comeback ever, and Kira has done what they do, and they've given us the best game to watch. I mean, it was almost 2 hours, but it didn't feel like it. There was so much happening
Exactly.
constantly.
Yeah. Kira definitely living up to the name, definitely living up to the prestige that we all hold them up to, you know. But Team Kid, man, so close, man. They were so
Very
close.
close.
So good.
Very
Just
close.
one round, just 3 more minutes of better gunplay, and they would have been the one with this map, and that would have been such a good scoreline for them as well. You know, 7-1 against Team Kira eSports, that would have been a big thing.
That's right. I mean, even in the last round itself, Malusi got caught by surprise. She did not realize that Envy could be going all the way around from trophy and coming to saturated from the other side, and it was just her losing 1 minute of awareness, and that just took the round.
Yep, exactly. I mean,
As
and
I
I'm
can see the chat, people are saying Team Heat just pulled a UG. I mean, I wouldn't say that, but they did try the level best. Like they
They
just
did. They did.
tried a lot, but eventually Kira was just too good.
yeah, Kira was just the better team this time around. This map, I mean, there's still 2 more maps. There's one more map, and based on the result of that one, we may be pushed over to a third map. But hey, we still have a lot of games to be seen before that, you know?
That's
So,
right.
yeah.
Considering this was Kira's choice in map, I mean, he did give a very good fight on a map which wasn't even their first pick.
Second
Yep.
map, there's another question in the chat. Sorry to startle you all. Second map is gonna be Clubhouse. Very interesting pick. Very interesting. We have seen a lot of Clubhouse plays in the entire Siege community, like literally a lot.
Exactly.
Clubhouse reminds me of that one time when Eagle Eye just went into cash, took 3K without giving any awareness to the other team, and oh my god, that was astounding.
Yeah, that was actually pretty surprising, you know. And like, I think you and me were the ones that were casting that game, and we were like,
Yep.
literally, how is an attacker already in bedroom? We were honestly, most of us were still thinking that that's a defender, but then again, when we saw the gun, we realized, oh, hey, that is not a defender, that's an Ash. Just doing Ash
Exactly.
things, you know. Ash is just doing Ash things, so you can't say much more about it as well. But yeah, honestly, I'm pretty sure that these two teams do scrim each other a lot, you know, being in the top tier of the top tier series. So yeah, I'm pretty sure they are aware of this kind of stress that they pull. They're aware of the kind of gameplay that both of them bring.
As you were
So
speaking about pulling out a sneak and nobody suddenly appears on the screen. So, guys,
Timing.
A wild nobody has appeared. Yeah, I'm happy. But I hear that it was an extremely interesting game that you guys just had.
Nobody you
it
looked.
was. It went
sorry.
up from 1-6 to 8-7 on the side of Kira Esports. Make of it what
Yeah.
you will, I guess.
Oh, nice. So, wait, if I heard that correctly, Kira made the ultimate comeback?
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
they
did.
did.
They
Indeed.
did.
indeed.
They bought back 7 rounds back to back and not dropping a single one.
Not like that. It wasn't
is-
not like it was not expected. You could always expect Kira to do something like that and pull it up in the middle of the game and be like, "All right, we've given you everything we could, and now it's our time to shine."
I mean, I was there for that timeout, and I don't know what happened during that timeout, but it looks like Kira just found the momentum that they were looking for, and well, They did take map 1.
They had their energy drinks, bro.
Pop that
I
G
guess
Fuel,
they did, yeah.
not sponsored.
Yep, indeed.
Want to be.
None of them are. Virgil, we need some sponsorship here.
Yes, I wish I could.
Won't be tough.
Okay, he says he wish he could provide, but eventually he can't. So that's
They
fine.
popped the boost. They popped the, like you hear the ads
Boost,
going like the.
yeah.
You guys can
Yeah.
wrap it up on a break.
So yeah, I mean the game was pretty interesting, right? It was a really good game. From the way that the game started, with Team Heat taking so many rounds back to back, and Team Kira eSports not having an answer, I'm pretty sure that Kira was just looking for that momentum to play off of. And yeah, come match point, they found that round, man. They found that momentum.
You can
around
call it
8.
momentum. You can call it momentum. I would say it was just the psychology, like